So I'm writing some scripts for some longer videos which have serious or political subject matters, and it's taking a while. So I thought I might put out some couple of shorter videos that are simple and light-hearted, and this is the first. So I'm actually over 50 now, and time has passed, and I've journeyed further into middle age, finding my daydream aspirations for superpowers has scaled down somewhat from the grandeur of my younger years. I don't really care about super strength, flying, or turning invisible. I just want a few supernatural abilities that would make my working day a bit easier. So here are 7 superpowers I like to have now I'm over 50. The first 2 are basically to make my journey on the train to work in the morning a little bit easier and more comfortable. I've got a daily commute, it's not long, about 20 minutes, but in the morning I get really crabby if I don't get a seat because I just want to chill out before the working day starts or read a book. The trouble is the train gets crowded in the morning where I live, and sometimes someone always seems to get in front of me and get into a seat before I do. So my first superpower would be to project an illusionary person into a free seat on the train I'm getting onto, so someone else won't sit there before I manage to get to it. And the other problem with my morning commute is that even though I do get a seat sometimes, there's a couple of folks talking really loudly or someone on the phone, and I just can't chill out if their voices are really loud, or I find myself following the conversation or read my book. So my second superpower would be to have a volume control or mute for people with loud, annoying voices on trains, so I can basically shut them up and get on with chilling out or reading my book. So number 3 superpower, mid-afternoon these days I find I feel like a bit of a nap after lunch. But of course I'm at work, I can't really do that. So my third superpower would be the power to stop time for 20 minutes twice a day so I can get a good power nap and no one will notice. The other thing is that I work in an office job still. I'm in the seat all day in front of the computer. I don't get out and exercise or walk about as much as I like to. So my fourth superpower would be to burn significant calories by typing and mouse clicking. And wouldn't that be great? I mean, lazy, but great, really convenient. And so on to number 5. On the way home, I usually need to pick up some groceries because I don't have a car, so I can't do these big shopping expeditions and stock up. But there's always a long queue for the checkout in the supermarket on the way home. And I don't want to use one of those robo checkouts. Something's always going wrong with the darn thing. So number 5 would be to summon a secret Harry Potter aisle 9 3/4 supermarket checkout that appears just for me whenever I go shopping. So I don't have to queue behind people buying 6 months worth of dog food or supplies for their doomsday shelter. The last 2 superpowers aren't really superpowers per se, more a desire for magical things or artifacts. But let's not split hairs. I mean, this is superpowers we're talking about here. Like many folks over 50, I can't do without my reading glasses these days. My eyes just aren't what they were. But I'm always losing the darn things or sitting on them and having to get new ones. So my number 6 superpower, in inverted commas, would be to have an indestructible pair of reading glasses that's absolutely impossible to lose. And the final one, number 7, I love a good cup of tea. Well, when I'm working at the computer, watching a movie or gaming, I often find I've forgotten about it and I've let it go cold, or I've drunk it already and I just don't remember the enjoyment of doing it. So my final superpower is to have a cup of hot tea that never ends. If I had that, I wouldn't have to get up now I finish this video and go and make another cuppa.